want to be a DON? Okay? And I want you to start thinking about that. Why do you want to be it? And then after you think about that, I want you to think about the type of DON that you want to be. Okay, so you decided that you wanted to be a DON. Now, what type of DON do you want to be? And I'm asking that questions because not in the terms of a specialty, but from like a personality trait or a type of leadership trait. What type of DON do you want to be? Or do you want to be the DON that delegates all everything? Are you that micromanager type of DON? You're the, give your team the autonomy type of DON, okay? And then from there, I want you to think about who do you need to become in order to be this type of DON, okay? So you decided that you want to be the DON, all your goal is to just focus on deficiency-free survey, okay? What does that type of DON look like? What type of personality traits does this DON has? What type of leadership ability does this DON have? What type of processes does this DON have? Because this DON who wants to be a deficiency-free DON, meaning that DON, she shows up, she works hard, she goes in early, she stays late, she put processes in place, she is for her team. So you have to know who do you need to become in order to be that deficiency-free DON, okay? That facility that has that, deficiency-free survey, all right? And you need to start showing up as this person every day, okay? So it's not like you're saying, oh, I want to be a DON that has a deficiency-free survey, but yet you don't come to work on time, you leave things open that should have been closed out, you're not doing things fast, all right? In order to be that type of DON, you have to literally show up as that person every day to work, every day, every day, every day, okay? You have to be disciplined to do the things in order to become that DON that has that deficiency-free survey, okay? That is going to be very important. And I want to start bringing things to you that you just might not think about, okay? You think, I want to be a DON, oh, because you want the Monday through Friday, you want the good salary, then you realize you get into a facility where you're working 80 hours a week because your why wasn't strong enough in order for you to get that, to be that type of DON, all right? So that's something that I want you to start thinking about. What type of why you want to be a DON, what type of skill set, or who do you need to become to be that type of DON, all right? And I need you to show up as that person every day, okay? No matter what, you need to show up as that person every day, all right? Another thing I want to talk to you about, we're going to talk about survey. So say you are the DON that wants a deficiency-free survey. You just want a deficiency-free survey. All right, so your goal is to have a deficiency-free survey. All right, that's your goal. Okay, why do you want that? All right, there's always got to be a why behind anything that we want to do in life in general, okay? And then what is it going to take for you to get that deficiency-free survey, all right? I want you to look at your previous survey. Now, hypothetically speaking, okay, you call me, you say, look, Keith, my goal is to be a deficiency-free facility, all right? I pull up your facility, just hypothetically, I look and your health survey tells me you're a 1-star. Your staffing numbers tell me you're a 1-star. Your QMs tells me you're a 1-star. And then you just had a survey a few months ago and you have 29 citations. So what is it that you're going to have to do as a DON? What type of DON do you need to become in order to reach this goal here as a deficiency-free survey? Okay, for one, let's think realistically. If you are one here, it's going to be impossible for you to get these numbers up here. Okay, because you have to have this in order to get this. All right, and so if you are having issues in this area, in your staffing area, these are some of the things that I want you to start doing. One, when you go into the interview, all right, when I told y'all before you go in the interview, look at your survey, right? So you looked at the survey, you saw that there are one, last survey, 29 citations, okay? So now, when you're going here, your first question should be open positions, all right? How many open positions do you have? Okay, because if you want to get here, you need to have you need to have people in these appointed positions. How many positions are open? Why? How long? What's the goal? To get them filled. Okay? What's the goal to get them filled? All right, so then now you're going into this interview now with a plan. Okay, you have questions that you need to ask this person because you want to be a DON, you know why you want to be a DON, and you want to get here, but you need to start here, okay? So once you determine this, okay, they tell you why your main focus needs to be retention for anybody that you have. You need to hire. You need to outsource, all right? Because it's going to be impossible, again, for you to bring this number up if you're not focusing on these positions when you're getting into the facility, all right? And retention meaning, how many people do you have in these positions, all right? We already talked about it was 29 citations. Who were in these appointed positions, okay? Are you going to a facility that has a revolving door of leadership? Okay, perhaps you have unit managers, but you have an ADON position that's open, okay? You accept the position, and you have to fill this position. So you go into this knowing that you have to fill this position. And then of course you have, like, you know, some LPN positions that you need to fill, RNs and, you know, CNAs, all right? These are all the other positions that you need to fill. All right, I highly encourage you focus on the retention. Okay, why are people leaving? All right, find out why. Why are they leaving this facility, or why can't they retain anybody? All right, we don't take enough time in our onboarding process as we should. Onboarding, your onboarding, all right, it's crucial. All right, it's crucial when you're in a staff challenge facility. Okay, so you want to retain anybody that you have. Meet with them, find out why, you know, how long have they been here, what has worked well for them. You know, keep in mind, you might have people that have been here for 20 years, and guess why? They won't leave, because they build up so much vacation time, sick time, that they're not giving all that up to go start somewhere else. Okay, so they are just probably hanging on because it's familiar, and they've been there so long that they've built up a nice package for them. Okay, so this is one area that I see a lot of people who have been there for a long time, is because not so much that they like the facility, they love the residents, but they have accumulated so much vacation time, sick time, that for them to go and start somewhere else and lose all of that is not going to be beneficial at all for them. So they're going to stick it out, all right? And the people who have been there the longest are the people who you want to talk to, okay? Because they'll tell you everything of why people come and go so fast in these positions, okay? Hire. Your onboarding, okay? Things that I highly encourage you to do if you're going into a facility and you're going to be that DON. Onboarding, okay? Again, we don't take enough time. All right, once we hire somebody, we want to do a buddy system with them. Okay, so perhaps, you know, you have a good CNA who's great at what she does. You have a great LPN, RN that's really great at what they do. Okay, they're approachable, they're pleasant, they follow policy, procedure, and regulation, and they can really help guide that new employee. Okay, so you buddy them up with that person. From there, I want you to do a 30, 60, 90 day evaluations on that new hire. Okay, I found that a lot of people leave here before they even get to 90 day. And why? It's because we haven't done a good job in approaching them, asking them how things are going in their facility. We haven't buddied them up with anybody. So we want to give them an opportunity to give us feedback, okay? When you're getting in these positions, all right, when you're doing your onboarding, this is going to provide you feedback from a new person who's coming in, who has no idea about you, your facility, or whatever, but they're going to tell you, how's it going? What can we do better to improve? Perhaps this person might not be suitable to train that particular person. It could be some type of personality trait or whatever. But we want to be able to get feedback from that, all right? And during that process, we want to make sure that they have an amazing orientation packet or checklist, okay? So then as we're meeting with them on this 30-day, 60-day, 90-day, we can say, oh, hey, you know what? By the way, let's take a look and see what all you still need completed before you come off orientation. Because when you get to this 90-day, you want them to be high functioning. They know the unit that they're on. They know the residents that they're going to be caring for. They have the assignment that they're going to be responsible for. They're comfortable. They have been educated, trained, and then validated on how to use a Hoyer lift, how to, turn and reposition a patient, how to do Foley catheter care, okay? You want to have all of this before they come off, okay? Because we want to set them up for success. And I'm telling you, so many people leave before this 90-day process that I really feel like we can really take it. It's a major opportunity for us if we're trying to, get to this deficiency-free survey. If we're trying to pull up these staffing numbers, that means we really have to dial in and invest into the new hires that we have on. Okay, and if they're on orientation, let them be up on orientation. One of the things that I have a hard time is when we have somebody on orientation, then boom, 90 days, we either terminate them or they quit. And it's because we didn't do our part as leaders or educators, whoever monitors that process, and evaluating them in here, and here, and here. Okay, and remember the cost that goes into this. Okay, so you did all this onboarding, you did background checks, you did education, you did training, and then they don't even stay. So that's costly for your facility as well. Okay, so as a DON, remember you're responsible for budget. So this is costly too, because when they're on orientation, you know that they have a, they're not really by themselves yet. Okay, you have them on orientation, that direct person for however long you say it is, but that's another cost because you're having another person trained with another staff member, okay? So you want to make sure that you dial in and invest in them that whole time. Now, I'm not saying they're going to be with this person for 90 days. What I'm saying is evaluate them 30, 60, and 90 days, okay? And then that's that probationary period, and it's like, oh, okay, everything is done, you're doing a great job, and you want to be able to retain them, because remember, this new hire person, that's another opportunity for someone else to come and then work for your facility. Okay, so say that you have been very well with this person, you know, they enjoy the buddy person, they have met with the DON, everything is going well, and then they refer someone else to you. So this is what I mean by investing in this onboarding process as much as you possibly can in order to get these staffing numbers up, in order to get you to deficiency free. Okay, so if we take it back again to the goal, excuse me, is to be deficiency free. It's going to be impossible if we don't have a good process and what we need to even run a facility, which is staffing. Okay, and then we hire, all right? And then if you still having issues, challenges, then outsource, okay? You outsource to a staffing agency, particularly if you can do like a partnership would be great, okay? Because when you can partner, with like 1 or 2 staffing agencies is great, okay? Because this will give you an opportunity for one, all that you're going to know the staff that are coming in from that staffing agency. You're going to be able to build a rapport with them and educate them on your processes in order for you to still get to this deficiency-free survey, okay? You know, so this is part of the process that I think we really can do better in. And a lot of times we're saying wages is another factor. So when was the last time that you did a wage adjustment for your facility, okay? Another thing that you might want to start looking at, wage adjustment for your facility, okay? Again, because you might have to look at that and perhaps increase the wages for the new hires that are coming into your facility, all right? So this is the part that I wanted to talk about when it comes to your onboarding process. If your goal is to be deficiency free, remember you have to start with staffing, okay? Once you get staffing under control, then you can start diving into the education component, all right? Another area that we need to do better in, okay? Education, okay? You can't get to a deficiency-free survey if the staff aren't educated. You can't educate people who aren't in positions, okay? So you need to start with staffing. You need to educate on processes, and then as the DON, you need to follow through, okay? So you get the education component down, and then again, that's going to go into increasing those numbers. So you, like we said, you were a 1, 1, and 1, all right? So you need all of this in order to even bring up these quality measures. You needed to bring up your staffing numbers. You needed to even bring up your overall health survey. Okay, so again, let's do a piggyback. Why you want to become a DON? Okay, what type of DON do you want to be, and who do you need to show up every day consistently to be that type of DON? Okay, again, when you're going into the interviews, review the facility. Okay, you're going into that interview, review the facility prior. Ask important questions. And you're able to ask those questions based off of here, okay? Because you had an opportunity to review this facility and you had an opportunity to look at previous surveys, okay? So if you want to be that DON that's focused only on survey, then you need to know what that looks like. You need to know how hard or not that you're going to have to work in this facility. All right, but those are important questions that you need to ask, okay? Important questions: open positions, turnover rates, last wage adjustment, what type of resources do you have for yourself as a DON? Okay, never forget your salary compensation, because you want to make sure if they can't meet your salary, talk about bonuses. okay? If you remember, you're 1 star all across the board. If you bring these numbers up, what type of bonus will you get? Okay, that's another one that kind of be like a motivation for us to really do well. If we can get a really good bonus, if we can bring up staffing numbers, if we can retain staff, those are always, good motivators for us to even do better in our facilities. Okay, so that's what I wanted to share with you today. What type of DON you want to be? Why do you want to be a DON? When you're going into the interview, ask important questions, research the facility, and as always, you can contact me for any type of assistance. Okay, have a great day.